Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about self-control. Now, what is self-control? Well, self-control is basically where you control yourself, whether it's the decisions you make or it's whether you choose to do something in life or not. Um, but you have to do it in the hands of what God wants you to do, not in the hands of what you want to do. You have to ask God, is this right for me or is this wrong for me? There have been many decisions in my life where I regret those decisions. In high school, there was a lot of people I wanted to talk to, but I didn't talk to them, either due to the fact that their tables were too crowded, which wasn't my fault, or because I was too shy and I wasn't confident enough, which I regret doing that. Um, or there were other times in life where I've done the stupidest things in life or the worst things in life that I regret doing. And I look back at those sometimes and I wish I wouldn't have done those. So you always have to decide for your life what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and whether you think it's wise or not. I don't think that's up to you, that's up to God. You have to ask God and ask Him, God, is this what you want me to do with my life? Or God, is this the right decision for me to make? If you ask yourself and you think it's the right decision for yourself, there's a chance that it's not the best decision for you at all. That's why you have to ask God. You have to ask God so that He can guide you in the right direction instead of in the wrong direction. Just like in the Bible, when Adam and Eve were eating some fruit from a tree, but then there was a snake who tried to lead them in the wrong direction by guiding them to eat bad fruit. And so they made a decision to listen to the snake instead of making a decision to listen to God and eat real fruit from a real tree. And another decision that kind of relates to that in today's era is that there's people in the world that choose to eat a lot of junk food, and there's people in the world that choose to exercise and eat right. I try to eat healthy and exercise, but there are other times where I just eat unhealthy due to nostalgia, like due to the fact that I like junk food. But I really have to stop doing that because junk food is not healthy for any of us. And so we just have to tell ourselves to exercise and eat healthier and stuff like that. Sorry, I got an itch in my eye. So it says about self-control right here in the Bible. A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls. That's Proverbs 25:28. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that means because I think that might be self-explanatory. Now, here is a verse from 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. I think I might have said that in my other videos before, I just don't remember. I like these two. It's Proverbs 29:11 and Philippians 4:13. Proverbs 29:11 says, "A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back." So a wise man essentially controls what he uh what was I trying to say? So this is saying a fool doesn't. I think this is trying to say a man. I don't know what this is trying to say actually. You might have to research this in a different way. Like there's different versions of the Bible. But I think what it's basically trying to say is um, a wise man would, and this is my own understanding. This may or may not be correct, but I think this is just what I'm getting out of this. It's saying what a wise man would do is he would give his life to God and control his life, give God full control of his life, instead of a fool who wouldn't believe in God and wouldn't give full control of his life at all. I knew someone back in high school. I asked him one day at lunch, um, or I told him that since he knew a teacher that he went to school with, the teacher visited in high school, and I told him he was a Christian, and he said, "What's that?" And I said, "It's where you believe in God." I didn't want to go into too much details because I wasn't sure if he was religious or not. And then he basically said what I just said. I'm not religious. I don't want to be religious. I don't know what God is. I don't want to know what God is. It's like, how do you not know what God is if you don't? How do you not want to be religious if you don't even know what religion or what God is, dude? That doesn't make sense. But whatever. To me, that kind of relates to Proverbs 29:11, where he was a fool and he didn't want to be a spirit of God. But me, on the other hand, I'm the wise man. I want to be part of God. And then here's Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. So you can control your strength, or I mean, you can let God control your strength and let make him control you and let him be powerful through you and stuff. Some other verses that I liked here too. See if I can find them. Here's Proverbs 16:32. Whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules the spirit than he who takes a city. So if you're an angry leader or an angry person, you might take over an entire city in a bad way. But if you are a good person, then you might take over the city in a good way. There are several movies out there where the bad guy wants to win and wants to take over the world, but then the good guy takes over. And the good guy wants to be the ruler of the world. And that's good because good guys are mostly better than, or are always better than bad guys. They always win against bad and evil. It kind of relates to what this world is going through today, which is um, the war between Ukraine and Russia. If Ukraine wins the war, then it's a happy day. But if Russia wins the war, it's bad. That means they rule the world in a bad way instead of in a good way, like if Ukraine would win the war. I also told somebody that I wanted to rule the world in a good way, but that would take a lot of work, for sure. Here is one last verse, and this kind of relates to what I might talk about in a future video. It's about the fruit of the Spirit. It says in Galatians 5 verses 22 and 23, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Sorry, I got some stuff in my nose. So the moral of the story is you have to control your actions and you have to control the things you do in life and make decisions of what you do in life and ask God if they're the right decisions or not. Because if you don't control your decisions or control your life, then your life is going to control you. And it could lead to a lot of bad things in life. A lot of bad things. I'm not kidding you when I tell you guys this. There could be bad things that happen to you all the time and you don't even realize it. So always pray and ask God and ask Him what decisions are best for you and what choices are best for you. Because there's a lot of things in the world that you can't control. Only thing you can control is your own life and your own stuff. That you can control. So do the best you can and try to control your life in a good way, not in a bad way. And if you don't think you're making the right decisions, all you have to do is just pray and ask God. I know I already said that, but I'm trying to stress this to you guys to do this because this is really, really important. If you don't control your life, you're going to get a lot of consequences in life, and that's not going to be a good thing. I kid you not. That's not going to be a good thing. But that's the moral of the story, and that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Goodbye.